welcome to Candid Coverage. I'm Samuel Passy and you're watching Academic Insights, where we delve into the world of education and student experiences. Tonight, our segment will analyze a real-life case study of a student named Nesta, who is retaking the Foundation 1001 English for Academic Purposes course. We'll be examining Nesta's topic to sentence outline for an assignment on the dimensions of burnout. Our expert analyst will discuss the strengths and weaknesses of Nesta's work, offer recommendations for improvement, and explore how specific writing techniques can enhance his essay. Now, let's hear from Rachel Cheeseman, who will analyze Nesta's topic to sentence outline, and Alexandra Amoroso Centino will be examining the outline's strengths and weaknesses, focusing on the structure, components, and the content and structure of the sentences.
Good evening. So let's take a look at Nesta's topic to sentence outline and go over its strengths and weaknesses. First, Nesta's outline has the basic structure needed for academic writing. He includes the key components: a clear topic, a thesis statement, and subpoints with distinct topic sentences. This gives his essay a solid foundation. Another strength is that the subpoints are well organized and don't overlap. This separation helps narrow the focus and makes it easier for the reader to follow and understand the main ideas. And here's an interesting detail. Nesta uses the word constitutes in both his thesis statement and topic sentence. It's a subtle way to signal his exploratory method. It shows he understands the approach he's taking. Now let's move on to the weaknesses. First, the topic is too broad. Burnout is a relevant issue, but it needs to focus on specific aspects or dimensions to give the reader a clearer understanding. Next, the thesis statement is vague. It doesn't give us a roadmap of what's to come. A good thesis statement should preview the main points, like a movie trailer gives us glimpses of the film. And finally, there are issues with the first and third sentences. Instead of simple, direct statements, Nesta includes definitions and explanations which aren't needed at this point. At this stage, we want clear, concise statements. So while Nesta's outline is well structured and shows understanding of the expository method, he still needs to narrow his topic, refine the thesis statement, and simplify his topic sentences. With these changes, his essay will be much clearer and more focused. Now let's turn to my fellow expert analyst, Alexandra Amoroso Centino, who will show us what a revised topic to sentence outline would look like. Alexandra, over to you.
Thanks, Rachel. Good day, viewers. I'm Alexandra Amoroso Centino, and I'll be discussing the recommendations which aid in improving Nesta's topic to sentence outline so it aligns itself with the expository method, which upon review is analysis by division. Firstly, Nesta should define the topic. The present topic is written as burnout. A more focused topic such as the elements of burnout would provide clarity and a more specific direction, inevitably making the analysis more manageable for the audience. Secondly, a more precise thesis statement, which utilizes the 3 subpoints, gives the audience a roadmap as to what's to come. It aids in understanding the essay structure thoroughly. For example, the present thesis statement is written as, this essay constitutes a discussion of the dimensions of burnout. A revised thesis statement can be written as, 3 characteristics of burnout are inefficacy, emotional exhaustion, and cynicism. Additionally, modifications to the topic sentence, simplifying them to directly state the point that will be discussed, is also necessary. In regards to topic sentence 1, a revised statement can be, inefficacy is a key element of burnout. Similarly, topic sentence 3 can be revised as, another major element of burnout is cynicism. Further to applying these recommendations, Nesta's outline will be much more aligned with the expository method, resulting in a clearer and a more effective essay. Thank you for your time. I'll now throw you back to our anchor, Samuel.
Thanks, Rachel and Alexandra, for your valuable insights. Now let's dive into the justification for the expository method that Nestor should be using in his essay, which is analysis by division. Analysis by division allows for easy identification and a more in-depth exploration of the essay's points, resulting in a smoother, more cohesive essay. This method works well because the subtopic naturally ties back to the overall topic, unlike analysis by classification, where categories are more distinct and separate. Analysis by division also enables each point to clearly support the thesis statement, making it easier to compare and discuss the ideas. By breaking down a complex topic into simpler, more understandable parts, Nestor ensures a more organized approach. The use of the term dimensions also signals that analysis by division is the most suitable expository method for this essay. Ultimately, this approach emphasizes the purpose and effectiveness of each subtopic, enhancing the overall clarity and depth of the analysis. Now, let's turn our attention to the crucial element of essay introductions. Let's hear from Javon Mitchell, who will provide suggestions for how Nestor can develop a compelling introduction to establish the significance and context of the topic. Javon, take it away.
Good night. My name is Javon Mitchell, and tonight I am going to go through the suggestions regarding the content that Nestor can include for establishing the significance and context of the topic should he write an introductory paragraph. Number one will be defining the topic terms. Now, this helps in averting confusion throughout the paper, but is more so helpful to give readers who might not be familiar with the terms an idea of what it is while creating the context and laying down the framework and focus of the essay. For example, we can use the definition that burnout is a state of extreme tiredness and mental or physical illness caused by working too hard or trying to do too much. Now, this not only defines the term, but also shows its context. The second thing that Nestor can do is to use statistical data. Now, statistical data will be imperative in adding a sense of urgency and identifying the relevance the essay has when explaining how burnout applies to different work, educational, home, and social environments. Thirdly, we believe that Nestor should explain the need for burnout evaluation. As a writer, we believe that he should state the extent of the problem, give reasons why the problem is worthy of focus, and discuss why burnout evaluation should be done and the implications of not conducting the evaluation or just leaving it unresolved. And lastly, we believe that he should shift attention back to his thesis. And that should be done towards the end of the essay. Now, Nestor should re-switch focus back to the thesis, and concisely, as a writer, he should restate the thesis in the conclusion part of the introduction. Now, this should be done to show that the importance of the problem and the examination of it are intertwined. And furthermore, it sets its significance and its connection to the introduction and the problem associated with the research question. Thank you.
Thank you, Javon, for that comprehensive breakdown. So what is tease and how can it help Nestor? Our correspondent, Cherise Ramiran, is here to explain how the tease method can be applied to structure in the body paragraph for his second topic sentence. Emotional exhaustion is a constituent of burnout. Cherise?
Good evening, all. In this segment, I will be explaining how the acronym TEAS, T-E-E-E-S, can be applied to develop the body paragraph and topic sentence number 2 of Nestor's topic sentence outline. These can be applied to develop the body paragraph in Nestor's topic sentence number 2. Emotional exhaustion is a constituent of burnout, as it provides a guideline on how the paragraph should be structured to ensure that the paragraph is cohesive and makes sense. T is for the topic sentence that should begin the paragraph. That is, emotional exhaustion is a constituent of burnout. Simple sentence that begins a paragraph straight to the point. This should be followed by the first E of these, an explanation of the point in the topic sentence. For example, according to Jacqueline Capasso 2019, emotional exhaustion is a state of feeling emotionally worn out and drained as a result of accumulated stress from your personal or work lives, or a combination of both. Next, NASA should provide E, examples or evidence drawn from credible sources that shows and proves there's a link between the points and the subject, followed by another E, further example or pieces of evidence that further shows that the part makes up the whole and what enables the functioning of the subject. Then, he should end the paragraph with a simple summarizing or significant sentence that encapsulates his point and brings the point to closure. Therefore, T's can be applied to successfully develop his paragraph and shows that his point is being brought across with evidence and proof that supports his point.
Thank you, Cherise, for the thorough explanation. Now let's discuss how Nessa can write an effective conclusion for his essay. A strong conclusion should restate the main points covered in the essay and reinforce the thesis. The thesis statement doesn't have to be restated exactly as it was previously written. In this case, he can paraphrase it. Nessa should also summarize how inefficacy, emotional exhaustion, and cynicism, three key dimensions of burnout, impact individuals as mentioned earlier. It is also important that he avoid introducing any new information by clearly tying everything back to the thesis and offering a thought-provoking final statement. Nessa can leave the reader with a lasting impression. And that brings us to the end of tonight's academic segment. A huge thank you to Rachel, Alexandra, Javon, and Cherise for their insightful contributions. We've covered everything from Nesta's strengths and weaknesses to recommended revisions, justification of the expository method, the application of the T's method to develop his body paragraphs, and tips on how to structure an introduction and conclusion. We hope this breakdown has been helpful for those who work on similar assignments. Thank you for joining us on Insight EDU TV, and we'll see you next time. Have a great evening.